Design thinking. You may have heard this term before, but what is it exactly? That's maybe not that clear to you. Hi, I'm Timothée. Today, I'll take you on a very short introduction to design thinking. That will make you understand just enough about design thinking spirit, just enough to help you get what it is. Ready? Let's go. To understand design thinking, you need to understand that it comes from industrial design. So we will take this industrial product, my alarm clock, as an example to illustrate some basic principles of design thinking. Here's the thing with this product. You're asleep, it's night, you don't see anything, but you want to know what time it is. So you reach for the alarm clock and bang, it falls and it makes noise. Your partner might be asleep and be brutally woken up by that noise. And in the morning, well, it rings, beep, 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 beep. You want to stop it and again, it falls and makes noise. So, at least one big issue with this product. The thing is that now it's a finished product. It's commercialized and you can't change anything. Design thinking is all about figuring out these kind of issues way before you launch a product. How do we do this? In a design thinking approach, designers are integrated very early on in the development of a product. They study the needs, they bring in all sorts of different people, they brainstorm, they use creative techniques, and they come up with several first ideas. With these ideas, they build prototypes as soon as possible. These prototypes are cheap. They are quick and dirty, and some call them the shitty first drafts. For this alarm clock, the prototype might look a bit like this, a cardboard alarm clock. It took less than 5 minutes to do, and it costs basically nothing. Then they go and test it, and very quickly figure out that it falls all the time. So they create a new and better version of the prototype, one that doesn't fall. It's an iterative process. Each time they learn something new and they improve the next version of the prototype. The idea is to fail very often and as cheaply as possible. It's a cycle and it looks like this. You build, you test, you learn, you improve, and it repeats. In the end, you will uncover so much about the product, the user, and the use. You will discover things you could not imagine. And that's precisely the point of design thinking. So, it's about admitting that as a product or service maker, you don't know everything, and that you have to test your ideas. This is empathy. You have to put yourself in the shoes of the users or make them experience something. You have to find out how they use a product. What are their problems, their needs? And that's why it's sometimes called human-centered design. Now, let's view design thinking from another angle. You have to understand that design in general is strongly associated with simplicity, simplifying things as much as possible. To illustrate this, I'm sure you know IKEA, and I'm sure you can feel that they do things in a different way, that everything there is made simple, intuitive, and smart. That's precisely how things feel like when they are born out of a design thinking approach. So, pay attention at how things are made at IKEA. Imagine yourself as an IKEA designer and start looking at what surrounds you from a design perspective. For a specific problem, you can ask yourself, what would it look like if it was an IKEA product or service? These two examples of the alarm clock and IKEA can help explain almost everything about design thinking. Design thinking is a mindset, a spirit,
a philosophy for innovation and creativity. It's linked to many other things like Lean, Agile, Scrum, Design Sprint, Human-Centered Design, and Service Design. That's all the same galaxy. Then there are different tools, processes, methodologies, many of which you might already have heard of, or experienced, or even use regularly. Many organizations use design thinking in a way or the other, and it can be applied to almost anything. Products, services, software, how an organization operates, humanitarian aid, international development, social services, entertainment, business development, and so on. You can prototype, mock up, or role play, or just test almost anything.
That's it. I hope this makes sense for you, especially if you're kind of new to design thinking. I would really appreciate to read your comments about this video. I've got a lot of resources about design thinking, so I'll link them here below. There are books, there are articles, there are other websites, there are videos, a lot of stuff. Please share this video with one person that would benefit from knowing about the design thinking approach. And please subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.